Off the top at 6, a federal agent is shot and killed in the parking lot of a U.S. post office right in front of his young daughter, possibly over road rage.
And this is the man police say they are looking for. Take a good look at this sketch. He's considered armed and dangerous. Now, people at the post office in Pembroke Pines heard a gunshot and they turned to find the agent bleeding on the ground.
And now there's an all-out search for the killer of this federal agent. Local 10's Roger Losey is live at the scene off Pines Boulevard and Dykes Road, where dozens of police and federal agents have been stationed all day.
Lori, this is one of the largest manhunts in Broward that I can remember in a very long time. We are here at the command post, and take a look behind me and you can see some of the federal, state, and local agencies that are running this operation. Special Agent Donald Pettit is the man who was killed today. He did not die in the line of duty, but it makes no difference to the men and women who also wear the badge. A Black Hawk helicopter from the Department of Homeland Security is flying low over nearby neighborhoods. Police cars are posted all along I-75, and officers are on the streets armed with big guns and a sketch of the suspect. This massive manhunt to find a cop killer, a gunman whose face police need to put a name.
We're not going anywhere. To be totally honest with you, it's sickening.
Special Agent Donald Pettit was killed shortly before 9 this morning in the parking lot of the U.S. Post Office on Pines Boulevard at Dykes Road. That's his black Chrysler with the door open. Witnesses say he was arguing with the shooter before the gunfire. Sources say it may have been over a parking space. Police found at least one bullet casing in the parking lot, a .40 caliber shell, we've learned. As they searched, Nadine Rigg looked on, and the magnitude of the situation sank in.
I'd realized that I had just witnessed, somebody get shot.
Rigg was leaving the post office when she heard the gunshot and says she saw a green Chrysler like this one speeding away. Pettit was rushed to Memorial Regional, shot in the head. He died a little before noon. The 52-year-old worked internal affairs with Customs and Border Protection. He wasn't working at the time of the incident. In fact, we're told he had his 12-year-old daughter in the car with him. Rigg says the young girl didn't immediately realize what happened.
I guess she heard the noise, and I saw her looking around, and when she didn't see what turned out to be her father, she got out of the car, walked behind the car, saw him laying there, and she walked back around and got on her cell phone.
The girl and other witnesses helped police develop this sketch of the suspect. White male, about 50, thick gray hair, slicked back. So far, he's managed to elude this dragnet, but police say their search has only just begun.
Everybody's here and locally, and we're going to find this guy.
And here is another look at the suspect's vehicle, described as a green Chrysler 300. They just started making this car back in 2005. They pretty much all look the same. 2005 or older, possibly has tinted windows. One more shot of the composite sketch of the suspect, if we can. Described as a white male, between 50 and 60 years old. He has thick gray hair, slicked back, and police also want you to notice his cheeks. They say that his cheeks really hang low, and that was just something about this guy that everybody seemed to notice about him. We can come back out here live, tell you a little bit more about Special Agent Pettit. He was in the U.S. Army for 20 years. He was an FDA inspector for 15 years. We're told he had just joined the Customs and Border Protection about 6 months ago. So this guy has dedicated his life to public service. He leaves behind a wife and 2 children. Anybody with any information is asked to call Broward County Crime Stoppers. That number right there, 954-493-TIPS.
Roger, this is just such a tragedy. It's hard to even imagine what his daughter is going through tonight witnessing this. But from what she and the other witnesses have told authorities, did Special Agent Pettit even have an opportunity to defend himself?
It doesn't sound like it. You know, a lot of times law enforcement officers, they do carry a gun when they are off duty. In this particular case, investigators say he didn't have a gun on him. They didn't find the gun in the car. So it's really unclear exactly what transpired between these two men and what Pettit could have possibly done that would have made the suspect open fire.
Oh, such a waste of life. And we know there's an all-out manhunt statewide. So as soon as we get another development on this, Roger, we'll get right back with you and let us know from your end as well.
Okay.
Roger Losey live in Pembroke Pines. Thank you.